Greetings, everyone, and welcome to tonight's first round match of the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational. In the blue trunks, we have Church of Murky, and in the red trunks, we have ProBUs. But before we go any further, let's introduce my co-casters tonight, Punk Rock Pirate. Punk, how the heck are you tonight?
Doing good, doing good. I'm excited to see these games.
Good. Ready for some hot action? I hope that's what we get.
Yeah.
So let's talk about bands on my super high-tech fancy map page because I don't have an image for it. Church of Murky won the coin flip and they've elected to go first pick. They banned Alterac Pass and Hanamura, and ProBUs banned Sky Temple and Dragonshire. And we're going to start off in the frozen tundra of Volskaya Foundry. One interesting thing to note, Haunted Mines is in the rotation, and Haunted Mines has not been banned. So we could see Haunted Mines, and we'll see which heroes break the map the worst. So teams are assembling. We're ready to go.
I hear we have strong feelings of Haunted Mines.
Yeah, there was a little bit of banter in the pre-game draft, and I'm not sure whether we're going to see it or not. It was a very interesting little verbal chess match, so we'll see how it goes. I haven't. When was the last time you played Haunted Mines, Punk?
It's been 3+ years at least.
Yeah, it's been.
I can't even remember.
It has been forever.
I don't even know when they brought it back.
All right, so Church of Murky with the first pick, which gives them the first ban. So let's see what they choose to do.
Joe's always a good ban.
Yep. She's her win rate suffered a little bit, but still, she's good in the right hands. If you had to be a little bit more patient with her. I've noticed my personal win rate with her go down a little bit. Cassia, also high in the win rate. So, what's your ban strategy, Punk? Let the people know how they should be doing this.
I banned something I hate, and then I banned something that's dumb.
All right.
I don't know what the meta is.
Well, it looks like they hate
I
Johanna.
banned for me.
I can vouch for that. I've been in those Storm League games. I can vouch for that, everyone. So we get an ETC ban. So classic tank choke. So we'll see.
Yeah. The tank choke is a good strategy because then you can more or less define the team comps around the heroes that are remaining.
So
put them on the less well-known tanks.
I'll bet we see a Muradin in this game. I just feel it. May. That does not surprise me. She was banned for the NGS season, so we didn't really see her, what her ban rate would have been. But I know in Storm League she's a popular ban now. She's annoying. Tassadar,
there's a Tassadar pick
too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd be surprised to not see a Garrosh. He's probably one of the top tier tanks. IMO.
Alright. Taking their sweet time here. And we get Ming and Deckard. So 2 mages taken before Kael'thas. I can remember when Kael'thas was automatic first pick, you got in trouble for not banning him, but I guess his popularity is on the decline a little bit. So Deckard will be throwing those tall boys out there, keeping Ming alive. And we get Sylvanas to go with the Tassadar.
The Banshee Queen.
Sylvanas on Volskaya Foundry. Do you take Merc Queens and Merc Queen and take that top camp? Get those nice fat mercenaries.
Yeah, that seems to be the plan.
Anduin. I don't think Anduin and Sylvanas should be allowed to be on the same team. It just seems wrong.
Not my king,
hey,
queen.
Not my war chief. Not my war chief. Throw a big hello out there to the one viewer that we have in the Twitch chat that I think is not even a person anyway. If I'm wrong, I apologize, Meister Cass. So you're not going to see that garage. We have choked the ever-living crap out of the tanks here.
I'd really like to see a Blaze on this map. I like the choke points that he presents.
Yeah, I need to start playing more Blaze. I'll have a game with him and it feels really good, but then I just kind of get off of it. I really like the stun that he provides. It's CC is
it's huge. Good. It's a giant stun.
Mal'Ganis, all the tanks, all the time are gone.
I wonder if either team's going to even draft a tank.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up some stats here. And if we go tanks, we just go by the numbers and go by win rates. So May's gone, Murden's available, ETC's gone. Wow, that would leave Arthas and Anubarak as the next two. So Murden, Arthas, and Anubarak. Well, Cho is in there, but you know, with a really low popularity. So
And there is a Chen.
Chen and Diablo, Chen, the Master of Disruption. Are they gonna take his panda friend? Probably not if they already have Deckard, but you never know. Crazier stuff has happened. I think that would leave them short of damage. I think they would be in trouble. Speaking as someone who loves to play Lily. But I still wouldn't take her here. Let's see what Chalk and J Show want to do with their 4 and 5 picks. Urel and Stitches. Stitches got all those buffs, but he's sitting at like a 48% winner. That's Storm League. It's kind of surprising it didn't go up a little bit. I thought he was going to be a little bit more fearsome, but it has not played that way. Surprisingly, Blaze, if you just look at tanks, Blaze near the bottom of the barrel. That really surprises me. And then we get Raynor. So if you're Raynor, do you go ace of the hole and get some value off of Deckard's nonsense?
I don't know. Whatever I take in level 1, I always get in trouble for. So it would be good to combo off of Deckard, and Chen's got a big slow too.
All right. Well, let's get into.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what they do in the solo lane, because if Raynor takes stack, he'll be up against Urel, and he can stack all night long.
Yeah, I mean, I assume it's going to be Urel in the solo lane. That's really the only thing that makes sense. And
I would assume Chen in the solo lane too.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe you'll see Raynor, make a little cameo to the solo lane every now and then. Just come up for a visit.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite maps for heroes with stacking quests, because there are long, drawn-out fights at these objectives.
I like this map too, and have some success on it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I have a really high win rate with a Ming, or at least I did at one point on this map. Could not tell you why. Absolutely could not tell you why, but that's just the way it goes.
Cool. All right. That's the blue side here.
All right, go for it.
Looks like we got Redbeard on Tassadar, Shock with Stitches, Bagoli with Anduin, Orion on Sylvanas, and Joshua574 on Urel.
All right, so let's get over here and announce the red team. We've got 8-Bit himself on Diablo, Lulu on Deckard, Badgerlord on Chen, Hirobi on Li Ming, and Raynor, Digital Legacy on Raynor. Got that backwards. My apologies.
Let the battle begin.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like right off the bat, the red team sending Chen on the bottom.
Yep, Chen just going to hang out there. All right.
Yeah, this is nice because he can jump right through that conveyor belt into the blue team's backline without them knowing.
Yeah, and get that speed boost up and just really get up there and disrupt someone. So, and Raynor, Raynor did go ace in the hole, so he'll be looking for some slows here. Diablo charges in, he gets disrupted back, but I think he's going to be able to get out of there. No one's going to be in any trouble. No one's made any silly mistakes this early. So that's good to see.
Raynor getting low, trying to preserve those Deckard potions.
So who do you think wins the solo lane down here? Urel versus Chen.
Yeah, we were wondering who the heck would go down there. I'm not real sure. It seems like a stalemate in my mind.
So see the rotations, just top mid, like you would kind of expect on this map.
Yeah, blue team getting the engage there.
Stitch is a little bit low, and Diablo charges him and pins him in the wall, and that's going to be enough. That is first blood, ladies and gentlemen. And
looks like red team's going to capitalize on that.
They're going to take the heal camp really early, which is nice. It might actually be up before the objective. I can't remember. Let's see. No, it's not up.
Looks like it's got 3 minutes. Yeah, maybe not.
I should know that. I played this game enough. I should know that. My apologies to anyone listening. I feel embarrassed. I did not know that. So everyone's taking their camp.
Yeah, it looks like there's a stalemate so far in the bottom lane.
Oh, we have an invade. There's Stitches. Diablo sees him though. Diablo can charge and push him way back into the red team, although it's not going to happen. Urel bounces some people back.
The blue team does not have Tassadar when he shows up. This is going to be big damage.
Yeah. Diablo is so low, but then Stitches is low. All the health bars going down. All the health bars. Chen.
Both turrets dropped. Big hook.
We've committed a lot to this fight, everyone. And that's
Wow.
a 3-0 for Church of Murky. So I think you got to call them the winner of that fight.
Yeah,
Four
they
is
traded
here.
over 2 turrets. I'd take that.
Sylvanas did take Merc Queen, so we'll see if they get that camp and get those fat mercenaries. And it looks like she's going to clear the lane. I'd like to see them wait until the last minute and take this right before the objective to give the other team kind of something to think about. That's where she's going to go. And red team is going to go, and Rainer. No, Deckard's just going to beat that camp into submission with his stick. You go, Deckard. Godspeed. I'll come back to you in an hour when you're done with that camp.
Yeah. I missed when red team dropped their heal camp, but they're missing it, so maybe they dropped it.
Oh, yeah, I wonder if they dropped it in that big fracas earlier. So we've got 4 down here for Church of Murky. We've still got Rainer and Deckard working on that camp. They should be about done with it. He's still going crazy with that stick, and Rainer's stabbing it. So they'll get that done here in a second. And
Red team's behind an XP about a full level, so they're probably going to give this for a little while.
Yeah, Chan's being a little forward. I wouldn't mind seeing a rotation. Nope, maybe they thought the same thing. No, Tassar's just going to come and clean the wave. They're not going to do anything too aggressive here. Ooh, Ming with a nice orb on Sylvanas. Chunked her down for about half of her health there.
Now, blue team's got a tier advantage.
Yep. If you're Church of Murky, I think you put your toe on that and stop the countdown and just get in there and get nasty while you've got that 7-6 advantage. Chen committing a lot of time down to the soak. It's probably not a bad idea. There's only 56% for Church of Murky, so they've got some time to make their move. Maybe they're playing for that 7 because it's almost here.
Yeah, and it's tradition to take this objective top once you get it. It looks like Urel's already trying to drop the gate up top. Getting it prepared.
So we see Calamity from Ming, so look for her to E on us people. Decker throws the magic triangle out. Oh, Ming.
Blue team getting low.
Yeah, they do have that turret, they can retreat behind it a little bit. Sitch just pulls Diablo, but Diablo just walks away. He was not very impressed. Decker doesn't hit anyone with the triangle there. But I think this is going to go the way of ProBUs just for a few moments. We've got 99% for Church of Murky, so they've got some time. Little fishing hook didn't hit there. They're going to come back and get their camp. Do we still have a turret up? No. Church of Murky used their turret, so... Oh, Diablo's in trouble behind the wall. Is he going to be able to get out? Does he have someone to charge to?
Fleeming gets a reset. This could be big.
And he was able to get out of that. Now he's flipping Urel over his shoulder. Oh, well, Ming will have 18 seconds to think about that reset here.
Yes, you will.
Oh, Chen with the dive onto Tassadar doesn't finish him, but Diablo sees him and says, "I got you, Panda Bro," and smacks him into a wall. Stitches, I think, is going to have to back off. Overtime is about over, and we're going to see the first protector go to ProBUs. So they went from being a level down. They're still a little over half a level down, but they have a robot, and Church of Murky does not. So it looks like they are going to take your advice, Punk, and they're just going to head up mid, and we'll see if they can do some damage and take that well down.
Yeah, it's kind of hard without your minion wave right here to push in. But it looks like they're going to get the well anyway.
Yeah, they're just going to walk by it, and it's dead. They've still got a little bit of robot power left, so, but they do not have minions or much in the way of support, so they're just going to back up, play safe. They've almost evened up that experience gap. Oh, they're going to get another tower, maybe. Tower does fall. 10 is here.
Blue team.
Oh, I hope Decker's able to get out of there. Robot's almost done. And they are. Chen doing a nice job of keeping Stitches off with the healer there. See the light bomb come out. Didn't really get anyone with it that time. Heroics not here yet for ProBUs, but they're almost here. And there we go. As I'm talking, they get their heroics.
Yeah, we're gonna probably see a lot of stay a while and listen APOC combos.
Will they be sick APOC combos, though? Because you got to have the sickest combos at all times.
That's what I want to see.
So ProBUs has pulled the heal camp back over to their side. Tesla's got something to say about it, so they're going to contest that. Is it going to leash? Oh, no, it comes back, and Church of Murky is going to take it. So who's going to get this thing? I can't
I
tell.
don't know. Dancing with it. Not letting it reset. Up,
Okay.
full health reset there.
There, at least, is both teams decide they're just going to back up for a second. Oh, that was a psych out by Church of Murky. They said they want it anyway. Tassadar,
And they might get it.
Yeah, Tassadar threw that shock ray.
Oh, APOC
Live bomb
coming
goes
out.
off. And the APOC. Oh, poor Diablo. Diablo's very low. Can he charge? He does charge and get out, but he's still under a lot of fire here.
Nobody picked up the camp.
Wow.
Oh man, Tassadar goes down.
That fight really, really turned in a heartbeat. Well played, ProBUs. Although that turret's about
Red team looking bad.
That turret is just, they dropped their own. Diablo's so low. Ming doesn't get the reset there. Oh, she's got Calamity up. If she can get that, if she gets the first kill, she'll get 2 or 3 of them, I think. But just wasn't able to seal the deal on the first one.
Yeah, red team turned that around pretty well in their favor.
Wow, my palms are sweaty and I wasn't even playing for that fight. Hey, we have some people in Twitch chat. Welcome, Twitch viewers. Sub 7th Ace and Juggerab.
Juggerab.
Welcome to the show. Familiar faces. So Sylvana's taking that camp. Get those big fat mercenaries. Oh, look, there's a little baby mercenary in the back. Now they're all big. It's all grown up now. So I wonder if we're going to have a big fight here before the objective. Both teams on 12. XP is virtually identical, so they'll both be here at 13 very, very quickly. We've got Urel soaking down bottom, so if ProBUs were to make a charge, right now they get a nice 5v4, but I don't think they're going to do that. Oh, Diablo behind the fence.
It looks like Diablo's going down.
So the 5v4 will go the way of Church of Murky instead.
Diablo lost his souls as well.
Oh, baby Diablo. He's going to have to catch back up. That's a big, big chunk of health that he's not going to have for a little while.
Deckard's dropping his tall boys, getting his team set up.
He does have the tall boys. Got to let him ferment, though. Diablo with a nice charge, and then Anduin with an even better pull to get Tassadar out of
Good route.
danger. Sylvanas goes down. So we've got 5v4 for ProBUs for a little bit, although Raynor's in a whole lot of trouble there. Diablo charges Tassadar to peel for Raynor. Nice peel.
Meanwhile, Chen just stealed the turret camp in the bottom.
Chen don't care. He's not impressed by the Fracas going on top. He's just going to call him and do Chen things down the bottom. Urel not impressed with anyone else either. She's just going to hang out. Oh, here she comes. Is she going to steal that camp?
She's going to steal Chen's camp. Yeah, it's a nice little trade.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Boom.
That will be all the singing on tonight's cast, I promise. And I apologize for that. Okay, so ProBUs has 60% here, and they have full control over the point. We do have 5 members up. We got 4 ults for blue and 3 ults up for red. I would expect.
Will blue step their toe on it?
Yeah, I would expect there to be a big fight. It's 96%. They're going to make their move now or never, so Stitches decides to be now. And he gets a light bomb, and...
Oh, that's big.
That is very big. That bile keeping Stitches alive. Chen with his little split into 3 trick there. He's going to survive.
Yeah, Chen is holding a turret, actually. And when he split up like that, it doesn't show on his corpse. And he still got it.
I learned something today. Thank you, Punk.
Yeah, I did not know that.
So they flip that over. We've got a lot of really, really low health bars for ProBUs, so they're going to need Deckard to double up production of those tall boys, or they're going to be in trouble. still only 50% for Church of Murky, so they've got time, and they've got 5 members up, so they can heal up.
Yeah,
a
with
little bit and come
Sylvanas
back.
here, they might get a little value with the push too.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So 76%. It's time for ProBUs to make a move. I'll bet Diablo charges in. No, he just kind of walks in, and and then he finds the fence. He gets the sick APOC combo, and he gets a nice heal. Ming really low in the back line there.
URL is disrupting red team. Is it enough?
That light bomb was absolutely disgusting. Badgerlord goes down. Rainer went down. Diablo goes down. Ming goes down. Deckard is alone, and he says, "You know what? I'll be back here if anybody needs me. I'll be hiding from the robot." And that's probably the best thing he can do.
Yeah, and here with Sylvanas, where they can turn the keeps off, they're going to get a pretty good push.
So
Vinorex in the chat says, "Rack 'em for Prez."
Oh, Vinny, long time no see, my brother. Let's keep it PG-13 in chat there, but man, it's good to see you. I gotta pop in and talk to you later. I got some things to say. I got some questions. Some things I need to find out. Vinny, one of the best raid leaders I've ever played with. But let's get back to the game. So I'm assuming they're gonna try and get that bottom wall, just like you take the first wall before the
It's tradition.
Yep. Well, it's just the way the game is played. They've got the towers down. Sylvanas, does she have her trait up? I don't know if her trait's up. So I don't know if they're going to be able to shut this down. There it goes. Fort's probably donezo here. The robot's just going to beat her into submission.
Silence out by Sylvanas.
They've still got a little robot time left. Not much they can really get done. Well, they're going to come back for the surprise flank here. Oh, the triangle gets Tassadar, and then the APOC stun. Stitched in a lot of trouble, but he's got his bile down. Lulu goes down, so they have no heals. Roby goes down, so they don't have their big mage. They've still got Rainer pew-pewing from the back line. Stitch is in a whole lot of trouble. Rainer does put him down. Tassadar, I was going to say he's at 50 health, but now he's at 0 health. Let me correct my math there. So that was a long way to get a 2v2. Pop those talents off so we can see more of the map. So what do you do if you are ProBUs to get back in this? They do still have 3 keeps up, but they don't have any forts. And if you look at the blue side of the map, it's pretty sturdy. They're missing a wall on the top, and they're missing some one turret mid. Other than that, it's pretty stout. And they'll have 21st. So if you're in comms with ProBUs, what do you tell them to get it back in this game?
Wow, so it looks like red team didn't draft too like wave clear dependent. So this is going to be difficult for them to push those waves out. With the stacking, what are they on these maps? Like cannons, catapults. It's going to be a little bit difficult. It'll push them away from the objectives and all the camps. So they have to go clear those every once in a while.
Yeah, I think if you're ProBUs, you got to pick your spots here.
So
20's going to
yeah.
be here. You can't take a big engage. You've got to almost play like a guerrilla warfare kind of thing. Chen.
Yeah, they're going to really rely on that APOC combo.
Yeah, but they'd be really nice if they get 20. I think they might be able to get it before the next objective. So let's flip it around. If you are Church of Murky, you're about to get 20. What do you want to do as soon as you see 20? You have any plans in mind? Fight. Yeah.
Fight immediately. I get pretty aggressive when we have a tier advantage, especially the 20 tier advantage. I'd look for him, I kill him. And it looks like that's what's about to happen.
Oh. Nothing happening at this camp except the blue team is in. Light bomb doesn't get anyone. Stitches pulls
The
back
hook on Rainer.
He's able to walk away though.
And it looks like Sylvanas took the camp. And red team is backing up.
Yeah, Ming had to use her E to escape there instead of jumping in and killing someone. It's got a short cooldown though. So they did burn some heroics there. Didn't kill anyone.
Yeah,
They did get that camp though.
Looks like Uriel and Sylvanas are the only ones left on the blue team with their ults up.
Power routed to the terminal.
On red team, Rainer's the only person on cooldown.
Yeah, it'll be up very, very shortly here. So 12%. I don't know that you can give this robot up. They will be 20 here in a second. I'm assuming they're soaking 20 and then making a beeline for the bottom. Tassadar is a little forward there, but I don't think anyone sees him, so he's going to get away with his impudence there. It was Diablo thinking invade on the camp. Diablo comes in, he's going to be APOC and does not get anyone with it, but he does charge Sylvanas and brings her back, and she gets hit by the triangle, and she gets obliterated by Li Ming.
That is exactly what the red team needed. That was a great call.
Yep, you can't draw it up any better than that. Now you got a 5v3. You can probably play this into a robot. It's time to start flipping the map over. They do have the camp coming top, so someone will have to deal with that at some point. They'll have to send someone back. They've got a little bit of time yet. You don't care about the soak.
The red team's
so much.
also got 3 turrets and 1 heal camp. They've got a lot of items.
Poor Lulu, she's the only one that doesn't have a toy to play with.
Yeah, she's gonna get one. Looks like she's gonna get one right now.
And that'll
Team
be all
items.
the toys.
They
I
are
think
loaded.
you
Oh,
just-
blue team's gonna push up top.
Oh.
Drop a keep. That's
Probably
clever.
not a bad idea. They see an opening. There's nothing they can do bottom, so say, okay, we'll give the robot, we'll take the wall down. Chen's going to come down to make sure that he'll get much more than that wall. So they've softened it up a little bit. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we have 92%. So yeah, Church of Murky is just going to contest this robot. Probably not a horrible play because they do still have forts to go through and everybody's up. So I don't think they're going to get a keep out of this. It's only level 21. 23 or 24, I might question that decision, but right now I think it's probably the right thing to do. But then what do I know? I'm just a caster, not an awesome HOTS player like these people are. So this fort is gone, right? This is a foregone conclusion. Just give it up.
There is a chance that it could be defended, but it's not very big.
Right, they've got minion support here, although I'm going to wait for them. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they do get a keep out of this. They're making short work of that first tower. Chen's going to come over and okay, he's got to back away from the other one.
Yeah, with Archon up, they can have a good defense. So red team's doing the smart thing to back off while that ult's up.
Yeah. Last thing you want to do is get a stagger going at level 21 on pretty much any map, any day. That's a bad thing.
And the longer they prolong this fight, their red team's leaving top undefended. There's a couple catapults that could drop it.
Yeah, what do we have there? Yeah, that catapult's going to start doing damage. I don't know if it'll take it down, but meantime, back here with the robot.
A good hook on Ming. And she didn't drop her turret in time. So that's up for grabs.
Nope. Oh, nice light bomb. Chen
Turret's
is,
still up for grabs.
is he going to be able to get out of there? Chen does escape. Stay a while.
Turret's still up for grabs.
Yep. Anwin was right next to it, but he had the heal camp and couldn't pick it up at one point.
And Sylvanas got it. Loss of life.
That was a nice shoulder flip there to get Uriel down. Badger Lord really lows at 500 health, so he splits up into his mini panda cells. Oh, Redbeard really low. He's going to get the shoulder flip from Diablo. Anwin with a really, really nice pull, but he's still in danger. Sick
The
APOC
APOC.
combo. And he does finally go down. Diablo puts finishing touches on him himself. So we have
Good night, Tassadar.
3v3 about to be 4v3 with long res timers for Church of Murky. So maybe ProBUs is going to be able to put a little something together here. There are a lot of camps on the map, so they'll take this turret. Well, I wonder if we'll see a fight at the other turret.
Yeah, this is another chance where the red team has 4 people and 1 person with a 5-minute res timer. if I were red team, I'd be trying to find an engage right now. Where
Yeah.
blue team only has 3, so you'd have a 4v3.
Yeah, I think I might have taken the dangerous camp first, but then again, there is something that's you said getting something safely and not getting that stagger going. So maybe they're just going to stick as 5 the rest of the game, and they are putting a decent team fight together, and they still have 3 keeps up. So they started even it up by getting the robot there with that last, or getting the fort there with that last robot. And now they have 2 heal camps. 3 toys, 2 heal camps, and a turret. In meantime, we've got 3 turrets. As Tassadar, he doesn't have anything, so we just have 3 turrets and the 2 heal camps. So all the damage on one side, all the heals on the other side. We'll see how this plays out.
This is a me problem, but I get pretty anxious when I see no gates guarding a keep. I like to fight at the keeps.
All right,
When you can get that building, you gotta get it.
Yep, who's going to make the first move here? Got teams milling around. Chen is not with the team. I don't think Church of Murky realizes that, or they'd be taking this fight now. Chen's coming down here. We're just going to play the map, play for that objective. It's the 4th one. You normally don't see 5 of these in a match, but you never know.
It looks like blue team's gonna push a little forward here.
Yeah, are they thinking about keep? Nope, just getting a wave, just getting some XP. And they're gonna come down and see heal camp's not up, turrets aren't up for a while, so then you do plant your butt on the objective and wait.
Yeah, these games of patience is where I usually lose. I lose my patience.
Yep. This is for me, it's a hard time when there's nothing to do on the map. It's very hard for me to play sometimes there. I have to do something. But these teams both playing it very, very cool. Church of Murky's got 45%. ProBUs is going to have to come in here and do something. Chen jumps in.
It's going to boil down to this fight. Archon's out. Bile's out. All the turrets are out.
Stitches is the first to go down. So many low health bars on the red team. Diablo is somehow alive. He flips Urel, but Urel does get the absorb, so she doesn't go down. Oh, Li Ming, she gets the first one. Is she going to get any more, though? No, she has to back out.
She's pretty low.
And they've got 2 turrets to deal with. But they do deal with the turrets. Deckard throwing out those nice fat potions. So we go from 99% for Church of Murky to 10% and counting for ProBUs. And they're going to push their advantage and take a turret there.
Yep. Thing to note is Deckard did not take infinite potions. He took Respect the Elderly, which silences at the end of his stun. And that's huge. It's for 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
So not only do you get stunned, you can't say nothing for 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's an eternity in this game.
Yeah, it truly is.
Might as well be silenced for 9 hours, it feels like. Tassadar's almost up. I don't think he's going to be up for the fight here. It looks like Church of Murky just going to concede this. Maybe not. Nope. I don't know if they meant to concede it, but they did. Urel comes in, but she's too late.
I don't know if you can see this, but that mech has one giant tooth of a health bar.
What is the health bar on that thing? 40. Did I read that correct?
41,975 health at 26 minutes.
That's a lot of health. And all that health is just, it doesn't have any minion support, so there, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing him back up a little bit and wait on the minions, but then again, I think they're going to be able to take the keep, so trade a robot for an entire keep. Maybe they're going to get more. Wow, it's just punishing that keep, doing so much damage. Oh,
yeah, that's doing about 900 each punch.
So that's the first keep on the blue team. So this map, forts don't really matter here. So she keeps the keeps. Robot's going to go down. I hope they don't pop out in a bad spot here.
With Urel down and this robot up, The red team still has a good advantage to take other forts or keeps, or even force a fight here.
And they are going to aggressively go after the blue team. I don't think they're going to get anyone. Everyone's still really, really close to...
Red team's going for the throat.
Oh, wow. They've said, yeah, we're going to take this game. Oh, nice light bomb.
Oh, 5-man stun on Tight Bomb.
Got a lot of damage.
Cores push people away.
40%. I think Diablo's just going to be able to auto it down only Chen. Wow,
And
that's a
there's the
surprising
game.
finish. Look at that map. You still have 2 keeps. The top lane and the bottom lane, or pardon me, the top lane and the mid lane, just basically untouched. But it didn't matter because that wasn't the lane they decided to win in. So, all right. So if we look at the numbers here, just sorting the stats, we see Tassadar leading everyone in damage. Li Ming right behind, 14 to 15 in kills. So we are very, very close. Anduin and Deckard both putting up some insane numbers. 96,000 heals for Anduin, 106,000 for Deckard. But really the only stat that matters is cores, and that's 1-0 for ProBUs. So let's head over to the score screen, and we'll do one of my favorite things in the world, which is giving someone a point. If I can find the button. So we'll give that one to ProBUs, and then we'll go mark the maps.
Yeah, there aren't really any stats that stick out to me besides the self-healing stats. Diablo actually self-healed for 72,000 health. That's huge. Most healers don't even get that in group heals during the game.
All right, so let's talk to the teams and see. So ProBUs wins, so we'll ask Redbeard if they want first pick or map pick. So are you surprised that ProBUs was able to mount that comeback? I mean, I never had anyone written off, but I thought, yeah, this is probably going to go Church of Murky's way. But wow, they really came off the mat and said, we're not going away.
Yeah,
Really?
when they were kind of dancing with that machine there, I didn't expect them to go for the core and finish. But I'm glad they did.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see that really strong finish there. So Church of Murky will be taking first pick. So let's find out where we're going to be going here. This break in the action brought to you by Tostitos. If you're having a party, make sure you bring the flavor of Tostitos. I need to record some fake ads. Why don't we get on that, punk? Let's do that this weekend.
Okay.
So just talking to the team to see where we're going to go. It's a best of 3, so Church of Murky now has to decide whether they're going to take it to 3 or whether they're going to let ProBUs sneak away with the 2-0 win.
And with Haunted Mines on the board, I hope they get saucy.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say. Nope, we're going to go to Battlefield of Eternity. So let the teams create that and then invite us. So if we do go to Haunted Mines, what are the heroes that we know have issues with it? I believe Deathwing has issues. You said Nubrax Beetles do weird things on that map.
Yeah, I think they just kind of sit in place when you go under. They don't go in any lane or any specific direction.
Abathur's Beetles do weird things, I believe, on that map. I wonder if it's all summons. I wonder if Zagara has similar issues. Although she's old enough.
She might.
She was in the game when Haunted Mines was yeah. I did like that map. I didn't like the fact that you ignored the objective and just took the camps up top. That was kind of weird, but I kind of wish they'd found a way to rebalance it and bring it back into the rotation. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. We got more important things to work on. Oh.
Yeah, that was a nice like alternate to not being able to get the objective. Like on, let's see, Infernal Shrines, where you kill minions similar to the Haunted Mines. there's no consolation prize if you don't get that objective. Versus on Haunted Mines, if you don't get the objective, you still have a teeny tiny little thing that goes across the map.
Kind of
Little
like
Garden of Terror
yeah,
thing.
kind of like the 3 Zerglings
Yeah, just like the
on
Zergs.
Braxton's Hole. Here, enjoy these 3
It's
Zerglings.
consolation.
Your complimentary Zerglings will be in the map.
Yeah. And the funny thing is sometimes those, if you don't address them, those could do some good work.
Yep. I should probably invite you to the game. It's really hard to co-cast when you can't see the game.
I don't need to see no stinking game. Just kidding, I do.
All right, so we are good to go. Teams are ready, and we'll be starting the game here shortly. And we will be going off to Battlefield of Eternity, which I have not marked on the map yet because I'm a silly person. On my high-tech Twitch display there. There we go. Now it's official. So Braxis Holdout is in the rotation. I don't know if we'll see a game on Braxis or not. I don't understand the Braxis hate. I kind of like that map. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I like Braxis too.
Yeah, Sky Temple will be out of the NGS rotation. I'm not sad to see that go. And I don't know why I dislike that map so much. I feel like I never play well on that map. I don't like the fact that you can lose without the team ever touching your core. Although I like Towers of Doom, so I basically just don't know what I like is what it is.
I don't know. There's something about B-stepping at core. And when you can't do that, doesn't feel the same.
All right. So first pick, once again, going to Church of Murky. So we'll see.
I'd be excited to see if there are any respect bans.
Do you ban the Ming? They've shown that they can play Ming. Although it was a Calamity Ming, which you don't normally... I don't take on this map. I usually go Q build, but I'm weird. But you can burn the Immortal. I'm assuming we'll see Vala pick their band early. Maybe Artanis picked their band early. Maybe Greymane. Greymane's solid all around, so I expect him to be maybe a bit of a priority. Now they're just going to go up with Johanna and Cassia. This looks remarkably like it did last time. So
no blinds this game.
So do we see the, hey, we still got a panda out there. Do not discount the panda blinds. Do we see the ETC ban? Are we going to get the tank chokes here? Or are they going to do something different? I would not be surprised to see the ETC ban, but...
Yeah, and I'm wondering like if the first ban, Johanna, is a target ban.
It could be. Oh, Rainer. That might be a little bit of a respect ban. It might also just be respecting the fact that he can turn the Immortal into a pile of molten goo in several minutes. So who do we get rid of? Something you hate, something dumb. So what's the something dumb?
Something you hate, something dumb. Greymane works.
Hey, I called that. I'm going to give myself a little pat on the capture back there. And who is our first hero taken here? Val and Artanis are available.
And May is not banned in this series, correct?
No, well, she was banned in the first game, so I'm assuming she is available. Although last season of XGDI had someone banned Braxis Holdout, which wasn't in the map rotation. So just because something is banned doesn't necessarily mean it was supposed to be banned. But Redbeard comes out strong with a Li Ming. He says, nope, no Li Ming for you. That's my hero.
Wants to show us how it's done.
I'll be interested to see which build he goes with. Whether he goes Immortal Burning or Team Fight, because you can play it either way. That's the one thing I love about this map so much, is that there are two completely different ways you can play it, and both of them are equally valid. And we get Vala, so they've both got some burn going. 8-Bit's happy with his Diablo performance. Can't say I was unimpressed.
Yeah, I'd actually give MVP that first game that Diablo play.
Yeah, he had a couple plays where I'm like, he's going to die, but he knew exactly how many souls he had and exactly how much health he had, and was able to spend all of it and save one for himself. So it worked out for him very, very well. Murden finally gets in the game. And Lunar. Ooh, Ming and Lunara. Heck, Murden can burn.
Yeah, this is looking nasty.
If Murden takes Perfect Storm and just stacks those Qs, what is it, at 4 where he gets the 350% damage to non-heroic targets? I can't remember. I'd have to go look it up. I think it's at 4. It might be at 7 though. So no Rhaegar. And who do we get rid of here? I might get rid of the Deckard. I might throw Deckard a little respect being here. Make Lulu happy. Old man Deckard has to sit down. Might make her unhappy that she doesn't get to play.
Yeah, it's nice to have your hero banned, but it's also not nice to have your hero banned.
Oh.
And there it is.
We'll see. A little respect. So we'll see what healer they have. Or if maybe they don't need a healer. I think they'll probably take one, though. I think that's probably a safe bet.
No more stories tonight.
That was a pretty good Deckard Kane. Well played. You caught me off guard with that one. Sylvanas trading teams here. Oh, the Stukov. Get out the circles, everyone. The circles and the big flappy grandma arms. So what healer do you take to counter the red team right here?
I would take Toronto.
Toronto. I wouldn't mind Lily, to be honest. I like playing Lily and getting Bal's face. Just saying, look, you're blinded. I got 2 blinds and you're going to get both of them. But that's a minority opinion. So we get ETC and we get Alex Draza. It's dragon time, everyone.
Yeah, because both teams have some real good burn potential. And now that blue team has drafted a double tank, I'm not real sure what their strategy is.
Wow, they've got such a big front line for Lunara and Ming. If they can just stand behind those 2 tanks and pew pew pew, this could be gross. And we get Blaze. So I'm assuming Blaze is your solo laner. Who's the solo laner for Church of Murky?
Yeah, they're going to have to put ETC or Murd in there. I would put ETC and instead of take stage tab go. Or Mosh Pit take stage tab.
I mean, either one of them could do it, though. That's the weird thing. They could do it without a problem. Alright, well,
Why don't you stick to healers in the solo lane?
You know, I've had games where I've had a solo lane as Lily, because no one else is going to do it. I played Lily as a solo laner with another support back in the double support meta days, and she actually had a little bit more wave clear, and that was a valid thing to do. That was a very, very long time ago. I miss Lily Uther. I don't know, how long have you been playing? Do you remember the double support meta? Where Lily Uther was awesome, and you take dragon and chase people down, and so much fun. I don't think it was
days of metas past. Oh, I think I got like serious into this game around the time when Lunara and Cho'Gall came out. Those are the first 2 hero releases that I can entirely remember.
Yeah, the Cho'Gall release was awesome. You got them by playing with other people who had them. And Dustin Browder announced at BlizzCon. Much love for Dustin Browder. Sorry he's not around anymore. Did so much good for this game. Alright, you want to introduce the blue team for us, sir?
Looks like we got Mr. Redbeard on Li Ming, Shaka Bird, and Begully on Alex Trasso. And Orion's playing Lunara. And J Show 574 is playing the cow.
Alright, so for the red team, we've got Digital Legacy on Vala, 8-Bit back on that Diablo, Hirobi on Sylvanas, Lulu on the Stukov, and up on the top lane there, we've
Looks
got
like
Badger Lord on the Blaze.
Okay, yeah. Li Ming slow on the start there. Well, looks like red team's all set up for the fight bottom.
Be very quiet. Shh, we're hunting. Blue team. And nobody fell for that, so not to be surprised. So I'm interested to see who wins that match up top. I think maybe I give the edge to Blaze a little bit, but ETC's no slouch as a solo laner, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. See how it goes. Oh, Diablo with the flip, and then flipped him right into the silence, but Ming is able to pop out of that. So she took Ether Walker, so that doesn't really tell us much about her build. We'll see what happens at 4 and 7. See which way she goes with that.
And I think red team has a slight advantage, but it's mostly because they have a larger camp potential.
So, anything surprise you, talent-wise?
Talent-wise, I actually enjoyed taking Ether Walker because on this map in particular, you can flank the crap out of each of these guys, and there are little walls on the map that you can blink over quite easily, get out of sticky situations.
I take Ether Walker because I like to play a Q-Blood on this map, and it does.
Yeah.
Qs get 10%, so it looks like I'm having a seizure, blinking around and hitting Qs and blinking around, but it's effective. I need all the percentage points I can get when I play. Oh, however, Ming is in trouble now. Diablo flips her, then the silence, but she is able to get out, and she gets back just in time to get to an Alex heal. So what's going on in that top lane? Is that still a standstill up there, Punk?
I'll be AFK 1 second.
Alright. Yep, looks like it is, but we've got a lot of action coming down here. Is Diablo going to make a play for that camp? No, he's just checking it out. A lot of patience being shown by ProBUs, just hanging out in the smoke. I have problems with that patience. I'm impressed by it. Both teams are at 4. So we see Ming taking Triumvirate, so she could be going an orb build for team fights. Diablo with the flip on Muradin, but he's going to be able to jump away. That's if he has to. That's not a problem for him. See ProBUs taking their back camp. The back camp was already taken by Church of Murky. And are they going to take the other camp to go with it and stack the lane? Nope. They're going to come up and... Looks like Church of Murky's going to play a little bit of defense, and no one really jumping on that Immortal for burn yet. See the camera out there to see a little bit more of this. Get rid of the talents. ProBUs really defending hard, and Church of Murky really defending hard. Shock really low, but he's going to get a little bit of that second wind action and hit a heal, so he's back up to almost full health. The Immortals are completely untouched at this point. Hirobi changes that. Gets a little bit of damage in, but not much. No one committing to the burn. Diablo with a nice flip. And then the silence on Baguli, but she's able to walk away. Straza heals herself there. It looks like neither team wants to be the one that makes the first mistake here. So we'll fight on the red Immortal for a while. Burn down a little bit. We've got about 10% of it done. And they're putting a little more serious effort into the burn now. You've got four members up there. They're going for halftime. Alex with a nice buffet there to kind of push some people back. And I think that's going to take them to halftime. And the blue Immortal is almost untouched. So we'll see them probably just straight up try and burn that. Diablo with the flip there, but... takes a little bit of damage himself. So they're going to go back, and I think they realize they've lost this race, so they're just going to put in as much to the race as they can and take the shield off. That's probably a wise thing. There's nothing to be gained by actually trying to win the race or take that fight, so you just burn the shields off of it.
Yeah, it looks like both teams actually have really good burn potential. However, blue team had a good advantage at the start there.
Yep. They just waited to pick their spot, and they decided, okay, now it's time. And once they turned it on, wow, they just melted it. That Lunara poison doing a ton of damage. Sevens are here. Church of Murky still thinking about theirs. The shield is almost gone on the Immortal, although they have gotten one of the towers. Looks like the Immortal's going to take down 2 towers and probably the gate. And we see Calamity Ming, so she's not really dedicated to the burn. She just wants to kill people, and I respect that.
A man after my own heart.
Yeah, so Fountain is still up, Fort is still up, but nothing in front of it, so someone will come along and knock that well down here shortly. And in the bottom lane, we have ETC and Blaze, just kind of fighting to a stalemate. And the wall's down, and we have one tower just kind of hanging out there. So, advantage to Church of Murky so far for the map. Teams looking at that top camp. Nobody wants to be the one to make that first attack. So Sylvanas goes in, and Diablo is going to anchor here and just hang out and make sure no one bothers his team. Well played,
Yeah, it looks like
Pickles.
Lunar is going to grab the bottom one too. A nice little camp trade.
Yep, that poison just wrecking. Got a little bit of fracas going up here top.
I actually think like with the current lane setup, bottom, if Lunar had stayed, would have been in bad shape for red team.
Do you think they would have gotten some significant push onto that fort?
Yeah, or at least the well. Losing the well in a solo lane is a big deal.
Alright, so that camp is taken care of, but not before the wall goes down. And ETC comes in to visit, but he backs off, and probably a wise decision. ProBUs is going to take their back camp here. It looks like Church of Murky is going to head to theirs too. ETC is going to go down and hang out with Blaze.
And we're seeing the camp like potential deficit of drafting tanks in the offlane. Because while these were fighting, either team, had they have taken a traditional offlaner, would have been able to take those camps.
That's a good point. Alright, 10 is here for both teams. Church of Murky still thinking about theirs. ProBUs locked theirs in, so wave of force for Ming, so no disintegrate. I like that. Both of them are good, but I think I just like the wave of force a little bit better here. I'm not even sure why. It just feels right.
They're looking like Lunar is going to answer top lane.
Yeah,
And Blaze is answering for bottom lane.
Yep.
Both Immortals at about the same health.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lunar is more of a burner than Blaze is, so the burn is on in favor of ProBUs, and they come in to try and take advantage of it, but they've got 3 people defending along with the blue circle, so they're able to get a little bit of damage in there, kind of sneak some shots by the blue team. Oh, ETC with a nice mosh, he gets 2. Do they have the damage to follow up, though? Not a whole lot of it. And ETC in a little bit of trouble here. Blaze goes into the bunker. Burden jumps away. Tanks keeping themselves alive here very well. Ooh, Burden I think got away with one there. That Valor stun just missed him.
Yeah, both teams able to sustain that pretty well. Looks like blue team has a little bit more mana, so they could probably last longer.
We're at 8 minutes and 49 seconds, and we have 0 kills, if I'm reading the stats correctly.
Yeah.
That's very surprising. Not for lack of trying, just both teams are playing very, very well. It's been very, very even. All the team fights. Diablo charges in. He's on a blue circle. He's in a little bit of trouble, but he charges right out of that.
Down.
And we have first blood. ETC, how do you like your burgers? I like them medium well, please. That cow is burned. And speaking of burn, we've gone to halftime. So ProBUs up halftime here. See if they can just take the rest of the Immortal down. They have 5v4. So I would expect them to be able to do it. Diablo
Blue team's not letting it go without a fight.
Yeah, Diablo doing his best to just disrupt there. 3,500 health. Oh, nice silence there on Murd, and he is able to walk away with 300 health, but I was a little scared for him there for a moment. And that's going to take it down to 0 here. Lunar throwing some poison down, just they haven't been able to take anyone down with it yet. Look at the stats here. Yeah, Lunar is leading everyone in hero damage by a wide margin, almost a 2-to-1 margin over Sylvanas, who's leading the red team, but they just haven't been able to find a place to put that damage where it's going to result in kills.
Yeah, red team's got a pretty meaty shield on their Immortal too. It's gonna be a big push.
Yep. Mortal will have that range attack until it loses its shield. So I think they're thinking about the fort. I mean, this fort's gone, right? There's nothing you can do.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Gonzo.
Sylvanas makes sure of that she shuts it down. So do you think keep here? Or maybe at least keep wall.
I would try for at least keep wall. And even no matter what they do here in the bottom, it looks like Blaze is going to get some value top. So as long as they don't full team wipe bottom.
Oh, Sylvanas with the Banshee escaped.
Oh,
And-
she got to help.
Oh, wow. That poor Sylvanas. Oh.
And she couldn't quite get out.
She lasted way longer than she could have, but by dancing around, she gave them time to take out Lunar, so a little vengeance there. So this wall is gone. The Immortal's going to hit the keep. I don't know if the Immortal can take the keep down here before it dies, but I think it's going to be close, actually. Oh, Alex,
And if I were red team, I'd keep going. I'd make sure that drops.
Yep.
It's so close. It looks like they're going to try.
I would think they'll be able to finish it. I'd see Rala get in there and just QQ on that thing. And it's gone. Oh, we have Blaze coming in. If he can get it, or no, that's ETC, and he does get the Mosh.
Wow.
Did he get the Mosh?
Great.
Did the Mosh? Yeah, the Mosh did go off, but went on full cooldown. And Diablo charged him out of it. However, Diablo's really,
What
really
a good
low.
charge.
Nice heals. This Stukov is just doing miraculous work keeping these people alive. Tip of the hat. Sylvanas showing off with the little Banshee jump there. We all saw it, Sylvanas. It's not my war chief. I'm not impressed. So, I asked you in the first game what ProBUs needed to do to get back into this game. I'll ask you the opposite question here. What does Church of Murky need to do to get back into this game solidly?
Well, so it looks like blue team needs to find a good advantage. I think they've got strong burn potential. And so what they need to do is find a pick or wipe the enemy team with the like with luck when the objectives are up.
Alright, so the fort's gone down, so that doesn't even the map up, but it helps a little bit.
Yeah, this is one of the maps where when you lose a keep and the double catapult pressure in the lane can really get out of hand.
I think ProBUs really, really wants that fort. What about you? They've devoted 5 people here, and I think they're going to get what they want.
Smoke them while you got them.
You want the fort, you take the fort. Alright, they're going to have 16 before Church of Murky, although it's a little ways away, so they're just going to burn. They're just going to start ripping this mortal apart, and I think they're going to get to halftime before anyone can show up for any kind of a defense. So Church of Murky, they've got to straight up defend here, right?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the way that the Immortals have laid out. If they were opposite, it would have been good to burn just to get that that shield down a little bit. But now they're not even going to have a chance to knock the shield down.
Yeah, they've got to just split.
Yeah, they need a big team fight right here.
And ProBUs is doing a smart thing and not letting them have it. Although there's the invade that comes in. That's a really, really aggressive, and maybe that's the play that they need to make. Alex is in dragon form. Oh, Diablo's in a little bit of trouble. He throws the APOC. Is it going to get him out of there, though? It is for the moment. He's at 200 health, and wow.
And Alex Draza got him.
He will be back up, but he is soulless, so he is baby Diablo. He'll be wearing the Diablo branded diapers.
And that's exactly what the blue team needed. They needed that to get back in.
Yeah. So they're putting a little bit of a hurt on the Immortal here. Lunar, that poison just ticking at all times. They're still down a little bit. Oh, but ETC goes down. I think he got caught in a red circle there, and then Diablo took advantage of that. And a nice silence. Was that a Stukov silence? I think it might have been.
I was Sylvanas dropped her arrow.
Oh, got it. I missed that. Sorry, game. So that's going to let ProBUs burn this down to 0 with about a 50% shield on theirs. And it is done.
Yeah. Stukov doing a good job keeping their health up.
Yeah. Deckard was good the first game. Stukov was better the second game. So, well played, Lulu. Tip the old caster cap there. Let's see how much they can get behind this, and if they get the keep or not. They do have almost or slightly over 50% shield, so if they can get it to the wall, and it's going to get the wall, it can touch it a little bit.
Yeah, blue team's tearing up that thing.
Yep, shield's almost
It's not going to last as long as I hoped it would.
They got one tower down, the gate's down, the other tower's going to go down here, and a couple more attacks from the Immortal. It's going to hit the keep. Can they get the keep? And can Church of Murky make sure they all stay alive? That's going to be key. We get the Mosh that comes out. It only got one, and then, well, ETC's deleted. But then Diablo goes down too, so we have 4v3 for ProBUs. They've still got a little chunk of the Immortal left to go. It's not going to even get to the core. I think I might get one swipe on the core. There it goes, and it's dead. And we've got some members of the ProBUs in trouble here. Stukov with a nice arm says, "Get back. Here's my flabby grandma arm." I mean, this is with the orb there. Nice leaping strike, but unfortunately, she overestimated her ability there to land a kill on that leaping strike, and instead, we have Lunara going down. So we're going to take the top camp. I assume Sylvanas is going to take the bottom camp, and then do you try and go for core here? It's probably early for that. What do you think?
Well, it looks like these bruiser camps are also going to be available. Also, with this little advantage of having both keeps and all the lanes pushed, I would actually be aggressive and get that bruiser camp.
Oh,
sort of a win more strategy.
You're saying you would invade on the bruiser camp?
Invade, yeah.
Oh wow, you're so crazy, but I like it. And they did have, you know, Lunara was down. They might have gotten away with it. But we'll never know.
I mean, it's certainly too late now, but who knows? It looks like they're going.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to the camp or they're just going to follow that, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting no matter what happens. Looks like they might just hang back and play the map. Not a horrible strategy because I mean the lanes are great. Right now, ProBUs just has to hold serve to win this game. They don't really have to do anything impressive. Church of Murky is going to have to really come out and throw a haymaker at someone.
Yeah, there's
not
things that
not an actual haymaker though, because he went Avatar. Sorry,
Right.
I didn't confuse anyone there.
There are things that us as casters know that teams don't know.
Yeah.
Like we could see the cooldowns of opposite teams, etc.
Yep. Oh, ETC with the Moss, he does get Vala. Vala's deleted by Muradin. Yeah, this
And
game
I was
a
just
lot
going to
easier
say,
from
Boss
the
just
cast.
came
Yep.
off cooldown.
Yep. This game's a lot easier from where we sit than from
Yep.
it is. I've been on the other side there. So the core's under attack. ETC's going to go back. I think he'll be able to clean that up. So ProBUs coming back to put a hurt on the Immortal. We've got a little race going. And we're going to get to halftime. Lunar's going to take the Red Immortal down to 50% first. Nice silence there for Stukov right on top of the Alex circle. So you got to decide, do you want the heal or do you want to be able to cast a spell? Alright, let's see. What position do we get the Immortal in here? So top and bottom, no one really has an advantage. ProBUs going to come back and just defend theirs.
Big stun on Lunara.
Stukov doing a good job keeping everyone healthy. Diablo charging in Murder, he's safe. ETC has to power slide to safety there. Uh-oh, looks like Shock is in trouble. Wasn't able to jump out of that. Uh-oh, ETC is gone, so we have 5v3. Do you burn the Immortal or do you just go core at this point? What do you do?
Well, with the Immortal at such low health, I think it's at 8,800. For the blue team, I would try and burn it. For the red team, I would probably just end it. But this is safer, good insurance.
Oh, no, it is. Yeah, they'll be able to walk in behind that. Now, like we said, it's a lot easier to play this game when you're not actually controlling one of the characters. Even I'm good at it then. Oh, that's probably debatable. Hey, Wraithling coming out in chat. And Josh, good to see you. Good to see you. Alright, so we will have a full roster up for Church of Murky here very soon, but with only 63% left on the core, no shield. The Immortal's not even there yet. They've come to the bottom lane. They're going to go make their stand here. So even if they get wiped, I think that Immortal could be trouble. So I don't This is going to be really rough for Church of Murky. They're really going to have to make a play. And Orion is able to get out of trouble there. EPC is really, really low. He's able to escape though. In the meantime though, you just got Badger Lord and the Immortal just tag teaming on the core. So that takes the core down. And that gives us a 2-0 win for ProBUs. So let's go mark it and make it official. Alright, so let me see if we can get an interview. And while we're waiting on that, who's your MVP for that series?
Oh, so Diablo hands down for game 1. And actually for game 2, I'd go for Stukov. Lulu was able to keep everybody healthy with Stukov, and surprisingly leaving most of the fights with full mana and full health. That was very, very, very helpful.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with you a little bit there. I'm going to give MVP of both games to the healer for ProBUs, the Deckard Stukov, but I'm going to give Diablo a very, very close second place. So we do have someone in here for a post-game interview, and we have 8-bit or 4-bitter. How many bits are you? What are you up to or down to? Does this win give you more bits?
16-bit.
How does that work? We need to know.
However many bits DeWitt will let me take into the Nexus today.
All right. So we were just arguing amongst ourselves there. MVP for the series. Who's your MVP?
Ooh, who is the MVP for the series?
You can say yourself.
If you want to be that guy.
I certainly can't say myself. You know, I think I had some nice plays on Diablo today, but I certainly had a handful of whiffs on the shot calls. So I'm going to give it to Lulu. I think her heals were really sort of on point today. Her CC on the Deckard was phenomenal. I mean, just, you know, you look at her Stukov game that last series, 117k in 21 minutes. That's not bad, and only permitting 4 deaths all game. That was a pretty stellar performance by her.
Well, before you came into the call, I was just saying Lulu was my MVP also, so you picked the correct answer. Well played, sir. So, do you have a favorite play from that match?
Favorite play? I think overall, the top play would have to be that completely hectic, ill-advised camp invade that we ran on the Heal Pulse game 1, where I caught vision of it just as they were finishing, and I just YOLO'd straight in there and relied on my self-sustain to hold long enough for the team to rotate. And if I recall correctly, I think they were able to take the objective, cap it, but we got 2+ kills out of it and cost them the item. So overall, I think that's probably revenue neutral for both teams, which in that situation I would basically take as a win.
Yeah, I made the point during the cast that that Diablo, there are a couple times where I look at a play and go, wow, Diablo's not going to make it out, and then he would. So you did a really good job of knowing exactly how many souls you had and exactly how much health that gave you, and using every bit of it. Sometimes all down to the wire, but you did a really good job of knowing where the edge was and playing right on it. So tip of the old caster cap. Well played.
Thank you. Yeah, Diablo is quite a tanky tank in the current meta, so he can be a little deceptively hard to kill. He's
got a lot of regen.
He's got a lot of regen. Yeah, he's very enjoyable to play right now.
You got 72k self-healing first game and 53k self-healing second game. That's big.
Thank you. Yeah, it's almost like having an extra healer on the map when he's in a position like this.
Well, that kind of self-healing and Lulu throwing those tall boys in the first game and throwing boogers on everyone in the second game, yeah, you guys were just very, very hard to kill, and it showed. So, Punk, you have some questions?
I actually enjoyed watching both these games. So any questions that I would have would be um, for you specifically, 8-bit. I mean, we could have lots of people here and ask lots of questions. But if you could have um, changed anything about the second draft, would you have changed anything?
Changed anything about the second draft? That is an excellent question because it's a draft that there was a fair amount of deliberation in the lobby. We were back and forth on the Diablo versus the May, and I think actually Lulu even told me May as I was like clicking the Diablo button. So um, there was there was definitely a lot of zigs and zags that we made. There was a lot of this looks good and that looks good. Which do you prefer? So um, it's a draft that kind of just it kind of just came together for us. And Church of Murky, to their credit, was able to kind of snipe a lot of good picks. I mean, I think we showed Hirobi game one as a phenomenal Li Ming player, and of course BOE is the Li Ming map. So Redbeard was very deliberate to make that a pick steal. But when all was said and done, I think I don't think I would make any changes. When I'm reviewing all those zigzags in my mind, I think at each point we made the correct selection in order to put something together that not only had race, but also had team fight potential and enough peel to let those damage dealers get their jobs done. So, no, I don't think I would make a change. I think I like the way it turned out.
Well, you got a win out of it. I've only got one last question for you, and that is, was there any serious thought given to taking Haunted Mines for Game 2? Punk really, really wanted to see Haunted
I
Mines.
wanted it.
He wanted it badly.
You know, I think if there was a game 3 tonight, it probably would be getting played on Haunted Mines. I think uh, there was some debate about it back and forth, and I think someone on my team gave a hard veto towards it. So it's like, okay, we're not, as long as map pick is in our hands, we're not taking the Haunted Mines. So uh, we'll leave that as a Church of Murky decision if they want to roll with it tonight.
Well, so that does you guys with the win of your first match. That gives you 2-0, and there will be more matches left. So maybe if you get a nice lead in the standings, you can afford to take a chance. Maybe you'll have a chance later on this XGDI season to pull it out and see how it goes.
I would love. I always love my once a year game on Haunted Mines before I put it back into the bottom cupboard and refuse to play it for another 12 months.
I see in chat Badgerlord said he was a veto on Haunted Mines, so he is fessed up. So
It was a
I'm sorry, go
it was
ahead.
a pretty hard veto. He was yelling very loudly.
So before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out?
Huge shout out to Badger Lord for the stellar performance in the solo lane and that phenomenal soak he caught all game. Shout out to my little eyebrow Hirobi. Shout out to Digital Legacy and of course the real captain of ProBUs, Lulu. Big shout out to Church of Murky. It's an absolute ball to get to play them again. Sadly, we missed our annual NGS matchup this season, but I'm so excited we got a chance to face off here. They're one of the most fun matches every season, and just a stellar group of guys. Huge shout outs to you guys, the casters, Rackham and Punk, for putting this together and making such a great show of it. And shout out to DeWitt for putting together the premier competitive HOTS tournament every season.
Strong words. I can't disagree, though. Punk, you have any last thoughts before we get on out of here and let them go back to the locker room and throw champagne around or whatever they want to do to celebrate tonight?
Thanks for the entertainment. It was great.
Yep, good
You guys
matches.
put on a good show.
All right. Well, I think, guys, that's going to do it. It's going to wrap it up here from Casting Central. So look forward to some more good matches. Check the schedule. And everyone have good luck in their games. And we will talk to you later. Thanks, everyone.